NaNoWriMo Young Writers Program website. You can just Google it. That's what I did to get onto it. It's not an app. It can just be, accessed via any computer or anything. So NaNoWriMo stands for National Novel Writing Month. The idea behind it is originally that people who wanted to start writing a novel or writing a book, but didn't necessarily have the discipline or organization to do so, could have a space that helps them organize and gives them that discipline by like setting different goals. And the idea is that you write every single day for a month. However, it doesn't originally, it's not originally meant for adolescents use. So they created the Young Writers Program that teachers can create classrooms and like work on it with their students. I made an account as an educator, which means that I can create a classroom and assignments and whatnot. So this is the homepage here, and as you can see, I've already created a little demo classroom, and it gives you different, down here, different resources. I did look through the resources. I think you have to buy most of them as an educator, except for the help and commonly asked questions one. But lesson plans, classroom kits, and workbooks, you have to buy them. So I didn't find that particularly helpful, but it is an option if you're interested in it. If you go to the top, you can see I've already created a challenge here. So I would view the challenge as assignments for the students to do. So I'm going to show you how to create an assignment when you go challenge yourself. And say I'm just going to do the one I did earlier, which is, we'll call it emotions. So write, or just let's say they're going to describe an emotion without naming it, something like that. And then they can decide if they want to write it, if they want to handwrite it, if they want to do it through Word and then update it, or do it through the website. You can pick a little genre, I know, realistic, and we'll see how many days it's going to complete. It says 2. How many days will it take to complete this novel? Ignore that. Just, if you want to do it in class, do 1 day. If you want to have it take 2 or 3 days, you can do that too. We'll say 400 to 500 words for the word count. Oh, why can't I start this novel? Uh-oh. It didn't work. Oh, that's why. Okay. So you're not allowed to manually enter in the words, I guess. So, anyhow, we're going to start the assignment. And then over here, you can keep track of your goals. You can decide how you want to keep track of them. So, daily word count is my preferred choice. For chapters and notes, you can do things, you can remember to use metaphors or something. And then so students can kind of keep track themselves. I can keep track, and then you just write down here. So description. And this is where the students would write. You can save it. It also looks like it auto saves. And then over here you can see that it's keeping track of how many words I've written and where I'm at on the challenge. Now, if you go to the top where it says My Groups and you click down, I created a classroom already. It's a demo classroom here. If you want to create another classroom, you can just click on it. You can name it. You can say what school it is, say the subject and the grades. But I'm not going to create a new one right now. I'm just going to click on Demo. And then as you can see on the first page, I've written an assignment. Assignment number 1, gave a little brief description of it, and then students can use it kind of like a discussion post, basically, for this first assignment. Announcements is more of a chat area, if I have something I want to tell them. If you go to novels, that is where you can access the assignments that students are currently working on or have worked on in the past. So this is when I was messing around and I already made the assignment. And then you can kind of page through the different challenges and assignments that you do. This page gives you a little bit more information on like where you're at for each challenge. If you go to admin, you can get a classroom code over here on the right, and then you can just give that to your students and they can access the classroom through that code. Once they have access to the classroom, they keep access to it, which is really good. You can see what what my personal goal is, and you can adjust it accordingly. You can see like what I've written, how much I've interacted in the class. Oh, you can block students from posting. I don't know why you would do that, but it's an option, I guess. And then you can also just like kind of update, you can put little fun themes on. You can make a class picture up here. But yeah, essentially that's the website. It's pretty self-contained. Like you can't necessarily collaborate with another class, but you can, as a teacher, you can see what your students are up to. It just gives them like an outlet, a creative space to work on. It's a little different, something different from Google Documents. It's also a space that they can use like well after your class and just kind of like check in on themselves if they want to keep improving their writing, or like have a little private portfolio of sorts. But yeah, you can kind of change this around and use it in a way that's effective for your own class. But I would recommend really just using it for like a writing class, or like, I don't know, you could maybe use it for labs, but I really see this as more of a research or creative writing class. But yeah, enjoy.